Welcome back, everybody, to Real Estate Makes Us Drink, episode 38.
Man, we've been doing this forever.
Brian Quinlan here from Daniels Real Estate.
Brad Nickham from Ness Mortgage Group.
And once again, we have a guest today. Please introduce yourself.
I am Jason Addleman with Party Pools and Outdoor Designs.
I like somebody who comes from a business called, well, really with anything party in the title.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
Exciting.
awesome.
We were going to call the mortgage company Party Mortgage, but didn't work out.
It did not work out. All right, well, let's start with cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, whoa. Are you Paloma today?
Nope, Batanga.
But it's all the same. Batanga. All right, Jason. Thanks, man. Appreciate you being here. Cheers to you all out there. Welcome back to another fun episode. At least we think it's fun. That's all that really matters.
I've got to say, though, since we've been doing this, now that we're at episode 38, I'm starting to feel the pressure of being a celebrity, and I'm really concerned about my weight and what I look like. It's really amazing how much pressure there is on us now.
I don't feel that, Brad. Not whatsoever.
Must just be me then.
It must be. How's the running coming along?
Did my 3.5 miles today and 7 miles on Sunday. And
What's your max so far?
7 miles in one run so far. I did on Sunday.
It's a lot. Have you ever run 7 miles at a time?
700 feet, maybe.
700 feet. And that was only to the porta pot.
That's right.
I've run more than 700 feet, but 7 miles, that's a lot.
So we'll run 8 on. I'll run 5 on Saturday and I'll run 8 on Sunday.
Well, God bless you. But
Thank you.
here in a couple of weeks, you'll be on your way to Mexico. Will you be running in Mexico?
I doubt it.
When not chased, that is.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you, we're going to Tequila.
Oh, Lordy.
And we're going to go do some tequila tasting.
Excuse me.
So
Can you fill me up here?
what'll happen is I don't know that there'll be much running.
I feel like there's a non-advertised shot drinking game that whenever Brad talks about going to Tequila for his trip to Mexico, someone needs to do some shots. So, and whenever I mention previously being a teacher, someone needs to do shots.
Also correcting the way people talk.
That has not come up on the show, and I haven't done that in a while.
It's been edited out.
Maybe, but I truly haven't done that in a while.
No, you
so-
haven't. And I've been
Back
really
off.
working on how I say things, especially around you.
Nailed it right there. Maybe it's just I've gotten more soft about it and let it go.
Or you've made people feel so bad that they focus on every word they say.
That could be. So, I'm sorry. What are you drinking?
Batanga.
Which is what? For those of you tequila degenerate people out there.
Tequila, Coke, and ice. But I just realized something when I took a drink of that.
And no ice?
No, I forgot to put the tequila in it. It's just Coke right now.
Just Coke. Well, that's
Yeah.
exciting. Well, while we're talking here, feel free to add your tequila.
I'm going to, yeah.
All right,
I'm
well-
going to drink a sip of that Coke now so there's room.
Do your thing. So, when I was at Total Wine, and if you follow me on social media, you will know I was at Total Wine yesterday shopping for beer.
Man, if I should follow you.
You should. Elliot Ness Amber Lager. I was very excited by this. So, Elliot Ness, if you don't know, character from a phenomenal movie, The Untouchables, played by Kevin Costner as Elliot Ness in the show. And Amber Lager, every now and then I like one of those. So I was like, how could I not get this? I turned to my wife and I said, do you know what movie Elliot Ness is from? She had no idea, which I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. But I think she said she's only seen it one time.
You ask me too.
I know, but you don't live with me on a daily basis and know how much I love movies. So there's that. I don't even know where this is from. So it's from somewhere outside of Indiana. Jason, what are you drinking today?
Margaritaville Water.
All right. Now, in his defense, he's been working outside in the sun all day, and water is important when you're trying to rehydrate after being a whole day in the sun. So
I told him there's water in the tequila.
there is that. But hey, man, we're happy you're here. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
I've known Jason since he was a child.
What? For real?
Yeah, we've known each other since probably 1 or 2?
Probably
What year did you get
28
married?
years, something like that.
Yeah, what year did you get married?
96.
Okay, so I knew you before that. Then.
Right.
28
So,
in there?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Awesome. Did you guys go to the same school? Or
Yeah, I was a teacher there when he was there.
come on
I'm
now.
quite a bit older than he is.
All right. Well,
I mean, I know I got held back a lot. I wasn't really.
you
good at
look
school,
so
but-
young, Brad.
Oh yeah, sure. I
That's
do.
really where I was going with
It's
that.
the Botox and the makeup person. They do a great job.
Yeah, our makeup department here is top notch.
Oh, they're top notch. Almost as good as the lighting people.
So, can I assume that your relationship started with a pool?
No.
No, bad assumption. Okay.
Our relationship started with the Amway business years and years and years ago.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did
Almost.
you both sell Amway?
We didn't own the company. No, we just were.
I didn't ask that. I asked if you sold it, not if you own the company.
Well, I would have loved to have sold the company Amway because
Well, for sure.
those guys are rich.
I'm sure that
We didn't get rich at it though, did we?
No.
No, but we made a lot of
Had
good
times,
friends.
though.
A lot of good times. We learned a lot. So and then
So you both sold Amway products.
yeah, really, I mean, this is a whole nother. This could be one of our network marketing podcasts in the future. But really, you focus more on utilizing the products that you had available to purchase at a lower price, and you sponsored other people to do the same thing, and you got paid on the volume. No one ever showed you the Amway business?
One person, and I had no interest, so I totally tuned them out.
Here's the thing. Once I got out of Amway, and then, what we teach in that business was that you look for sharp professionals that you can, talk to about coming into business with you.
Sure.
And then after I got out, and nobody ever approached me anymore. And I thought,
Are you not sharp?
yeah, like, what's wrong with me? Like, am I ugly?
Well, it is what it is.
Hey, you only got approached once.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Jason and I, when I sold the mortgage company, I started a landscape company. And Jason had already started a landscape company. And Jason did a lot of subcontracting work for us. And that's where I really learned more about what he was doing today. And he does a great job at the design piece of landscaping, lighting, pools. He does it all. So I thought it'd be great to have him here to talk about pools.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and landscaping, honestly.
And lighting.
I mean, lighting, all of that, which, when it comes to real estate making a strength, there's a real estate aspect to this, which is, of course, usually our goal. But people wanting to improve the landscape of their house, add some lighting, because Brad has been just absolutely in love with his lighting for months now, which is really nice looking outside. And you'll see some of the lighting up here on the screen as the show goes on. Are you also responsible for the pool out here?
No, he
I have
doesn't.
nothing.
No.
No, he does real pools.
Real pool.
Yeah.
Brad
That's
has
a redneck pool.
An
I got a redneck
above-ground
pool.
redneck pool. Okay.
Yeah, I have a septic system
Okay.
underneath the pool. That's why
Got
I
it.
can't have a in
Yeah.
the ground.
Well, that makes sense. So, A, how long have you been in this business? And B, how's the pool business? Let's hit both of those.
Well, the landscape business, 25 years.
Okay.
And so 5 of those years have been swimming pools. And so we do everything, landscape construction and everything you think of. So outside. If it's outside, we do it. Retaining walls, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
And you can design the whole backyard for somebody if they wanted you to.
Right. Full 3D, HD designs with fly-through videos, everything. So
Do you ever watch the pool shows on HGTV where they're making these super fantastic pools and you think, man, I wish I could do that, or wow, how would I do that? I'm sure you could. It's not a matter of wish you could. I'm sure you
Extreme
could.
Pools, I like that show. That's
Extreme pools, yes, exactly.
Uh-huh. They do some cool stuff down there in Florida that you can't do here. So that's fun to watch.
What's the timeline on that show? From starting to dig someone's backyard to make this elaborate pool, they don't tell you how long it really took them to do. What do you think the timeline on that is?
Probably 3 months,
Oh, no way.
maybe 2 to 3. I'd
Oh,
say.
It's only 43 minutes if you count the commercials.
right. I certainly, as you can tell by my reaction, I would not have guessed it would have been that long.
Well, that's a guess on my part too.
Yeah, of
I
course.
Don't know. So
When they do the spray concrete, those kind, is that what you're talking about? When they,
Sure, yeah.
yeah,
You know, making the waterfall and, all the landscaping that goes into it. And, of course, digging out these huge, gigantic pools. I'm like, wow, that looks awesome. But it's not like a weekend project like trading spaces.
yeah, when you get everything involved in it, it takes a lot longer. So
Whew. Okay.
So does a person have to get like a permit or permission to build a pool in their backyard?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is that a difficult process?
Is that your job or is it theirs?
We do everything, start to
Okay.
finish. So we propose it. I mean, you're good with that. We sign contracts, and we do everything. So we don't subcontract anything.
Okay.
Have you ever had someone try to get approved and then the county told them no?
No, but there is issues with like easements, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
you're in all kinds of things. So.
Interesting. So do most people want an in-ground pool, an above-ground pool? Is there a most?
Well, we don't do anything above ground.
So that's easy for you.
Yeah, that's not really our niche. So,
Okay.
Did he say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I say niche, but fancy people sometimes say niche.
They do, but we're not. No need for that.
I was just checking.
Hey, it's niche.
So, when thinking about a pool, is there I know you do the fiberglass pools, right?
we do liners as
Oh,
well.
you do liner pools too? Okay, so when it comes into design, is there a lot of size differences when you're trying to pick out what you're going to do? In your
Size
backyard?
doesn't matter, Brad.
Well, you jump into a little bitty pool when you're a big guy, and you tell me that.
If you're doing a fiberglass pool, you're not going to exceed 16 foot wide.
Can't bring
Because
it
they
to your
have
house.
Transport it down the road.
Gotcha.
So you're
Okay.
limited to that. So you can go up to like 40, 45 foot or a really big one. But if you're doing liner, you can customize that somewhat. So we're working on one that's 30 foot wide right now.
Wow.
So
Wow.
they wanted to
Are they an Olympic
maximize
swimmer
every
in Carmel?
last inch of their backyard, even though they were pinched between two drainage easements. So it's literally against the max on everything. So
That's awesome.
Wowzers. Again, Olympic swimmer in Carmel. They need an Olympic-sized pool.
No, but they wanted to have a place that their kids would go to, and all the friends would want to come there as well. So
No, that's a mistake.
yeah,
Right? All the friends. In other words, the entire graduating class is in this pool.
Maybe.
Hey, Bill, can you put in a pool? One that all the kids could come to your house?
Yes, correct. So is there, I don't know, maybe a pool that someone has asked you to design that kind of sticks out that you could describe? Something like, wow, I can't believe we just did this?
Well, I mean, the one I'm describing that we're on has been quite the feat. So it's a challenge all across the board, but it is pretty exciting to see it all come through.
I bet it is. Yeah.
Lots of problems.
Lots of problems.
Lots of things to overcome on that project.
Is it one of those that's the same depth at all ends, or is it, 3 feet here and then drops down?
Well, on this
Yeah, that
specific
one.
pool, it was supposed to be a diving depth pool,
Oh,
And
which
we've
is
got-
what?
8 foot.
Okay, thank you.
So, and there's very few diving depth pools you can get in fiberglass as well. But this one is a liner pool. And after excavating, we found out there's a river that flows under the house, right through the pool area.
No.
So
So now it's a pond.
a lot of water management. So and
Wow.
engineering got into that one. So
Wow.
And that was below the 8 feet depth? Well, if it's an 8-foot depth, how deep do you all have to dig?
it'd be about 12 to 15 in that range. So
Wow.
it had lots of problems involved with that one. And it ended up being a sport pool.
Well, what's a sport pool?
That's a flat bottom.
Oh, so
You
like
know,
for
so you can
because
play
you play
volleyball,
games. So.
basketball, that kind of stuff. So
It's just like my pool then.
there you go. It's
Right,
Sports flat, yeah.
except it's dug in the ground.
Legs in the ground a little bit. Jason will be putting in a pool at our house as soon as the water and the septic, the city sewer
Oh.
comes down our road.
Is that happening?
It's going to happen. Yeah, it's just timing.
Okay.
So we're going to have him design it, and I kind of have some ideas already too. And one of the things I haven't asked him if this is doable or not, because I want a beach entry pool,
Yeah.
but I want it to be black.
We have a fiberglass manufacturer that does black, but in some municipalities that's actually illegal.
Ah,
You can't get
Why
one
would
in
that be
Fishers,
illegal?
Because it's hard to see if somebody's in the water.
floating.
So
We got a
safety?
floater.
Correct.
I'm putting a pool in my backyard. It's my own dang safety.
So what about Hancock County? Do you think we're good here?
I don't even know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
In Hancock County, they've got weird rules.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes
Yes,
they're
they do.
higher. They have higher expectations than even say Carmel or Fishers.
That's
And so,
fantastic.
yeah. It's
Okay.
Like, I
Because
don't,
the black, I figure with the gray and the black house having a black pool, the water would
Absolutely.
look black. Wouldn't that be cool? And
So-
wouldn't it stay warmer?
So, Jason, knowing
Maybe
that
too
it's
warm.
coming, because Brad's going to ask you to do this, it's time to start investigating the Hancock County rules.
that's right. We'll look into it.
We'll Google it.
I think it's more than Google,
Yeah, probably right.
I would imagine.
Do you really think you'd keep the water warmer?
Probably too warm. At that point, you'd want to cool it.
So can I get a
We
chiller?
like, Brad and I like the warm water
You
pools.
can have
though.
a heat pump on it, and it can work reverse.
It
and
can
cool
chill
off.
it and warm it.
Or do some deck jets
They
or
call it
something.
a
to
cool
cool the
pump
water.
at that point? It's not a heat
Yeah,
pump
well,
anymore.
so like my aunt lived in Arizona where it's a little bit warmer there, and they didn't have heaters on their pool. They had chillers to keep the water.
Yeah, I
cool.
would imagine.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's better buying ice and throwing it in there.
Which doesn't really, you need a ton of ice to really
It'd be
cool a
lot of
pool.
ice. Yeah,
A lot.
I just think it'd be neat.
Is that bug still here?
No, I think it's
I
a
thought we
different-
killed it last show.
I think it's a different one.
Alyssa, we need bug spray up in here.
This is like gnat. It's a gnat.
Oh, see?
We need
We need Alyssa.
the gnat authority.
No, we don't. We need Alyssa, Mosquito Authority.
Yep, she'll do it.
I did pimp her out to my neighbors this week.
Where their bugs biting you.
No, actually, she messaged me and said, "How are you with bees?" I go, "I don't like bees." She goes, "Well," and she shot me a picture, like her 25-foot soffit at the top of her deck. She's like, "I got this bee nest up here," and yeah, she's like 5'2", standing on a 6-foot ladder. She's getting nowhere near this with the bug spray. I'm like, "All right, I can help you out."
We got a guy.
And so I ended up spraying it. That's fine. Then I had to bring over the extension ladder, got up there, swatted it down because I'm tall.
You are tall.
And that helped. So, and then I said, maybe you want to call the Mosquito Authority. They can help you out.
You'd probably look funny in an above ground pool.
It's up to my waist. Not like your shoulders.
Yeah, thank you. So, is there other maintenance things that people need to think about when they're going to decide to put in a pool?
Well, I mean, checking chemicals and all that stuff. I mean, you can get robot cleaners. You can have automated systems where it checks your chemicals and injects acid into them. And
Oh, wow.
there's all kinds of things to that. So
Friends of mine have a saltwater pool, which I know has become very popular in past years. Do you do both?
we do both.
Okay.
But I would say it's probably 90% call for saltwater.
Okay. So can you speak to the advantages, disadvantages of saltwater pool versus chlorine pool?
Well, salt requires less chemicals, for one. Second, it makes your skin actually softer versus frying you, drying you up.
Soft. Do you have a
Feel
saltwater
that
pool?
No, I don't like them.
You should.
I like chlorine.
You'd be softer. Sorry, continue.
And if you have skin allergies, which is the reason that it's a big deal to us, because our first son had lots of skin allergies. And so, I mean, I don't know what was in it necessarily, but it would burn him up, give all kinds of sores on there. So it's good for everybody. So all the way around.
When it comes to the purchasing of chemicals, obviously you got chlorine for the chlorine-based pool. Do you have to purchase a lot of salt? Is that somehow in the field? Like, which is cheaper in terms of chemical-wise? And obviously it's generalization, but
It's a lot cheaper to operate a salt chlorine pool. You do initial installation of salt, and then you have a salt chlorine generator that makes it.
Oh.
So it's not
you don't
something
have to,
that you add all the
I don't
time.
have to go to my local Aqua Systems to grab a bag of salt and dump it in there?
Not unless something's really wrong.
Okay.
So you get it right, and then it maintains it, basically. So.
That's awesome.
When I had heard my friends had put in a saltwater pool, number one, it is noticeable when you get in the water that it truly is soft.
Right.
And I just thought, like, why doesn't everybody do this? It seems to be the more intelligent way to go. But I guess if you had the chlorine pool for a while, it's hard to just change it. Or is it hard to change over? Oh, I don't know.
It's more in your mind, I think. Whatever you're used to. If you've had a chlorine pool your whole life growing up, I mean, that's what you're going to want to have. So,
We had an above ground pool growing up that had the chlorine because in the 90s, I don't think a saltwater pool was
I like
quite
how
a
you
thing.
said it had the chlorine.
Right. Yeah, we did.
They bought it on the online.
And, every day or every 2 or 3 days or whatever, we'd have to go out there with little tubes and, drop some chemicals in there, see what the salt or chlorine level was, acid level, all that nonsense.
Right.
Do you have to do that with a saltwater pool?
You do need to check your chemicals.
Still? Okay.
Again, if you could automate your system, then it actually will inject this stuff and automate or tell you on your phone when you're running low on chemicals, and you just fill up the tank.
So he said that in a nice way. So I'm gonna break that down.
Interpret?
Yeah. So if you're poor, you have to check it all the time, and if you're not, you can pay a system to do it for you.
Or you can pay a guy to come and check it for you.
They call that the pool guy.
That's right.
Yep.
Are you the pool guy too?
Sometimes. I wear many hats.
I was going to ask about hats, but do you have to wear those really short shorts when you come to work on the pool, like you see in all the movies where the pool boys maybe?
What movies are you watching, Brad?
I told one of my
Oh,
first
yeah.
pool sales ladies that every pool comes with a pool boy. And she said, "Oh my," she goes, "You'll have no idea how popular that's going to be."
Same movies I'm watching.
That's fantastic.
But you will do that as a service, right? You told
Sure.
me you
Yeah, we
even
got
take
full
care of like
service.
hot tubs and stuff too.
Oh yeah. If it's got water in it, we take care of it.
There you go.
So you do hot tubs as well?
That's right.
Whoa. I mean, you
It's-
actually install hot tubs.
He
We
literally
sell hot
said
tubs also.
it's outside.
I'm
Sorry.
just clarifying for the folks at home. Fred's not keeping up.
No, Fred's
I'm helping Fred to stay with the program.
Fred's probably wondering why we haven't talked as much about tequila. He loves
Well,
that part of
you
the show.
know, it might be time
To do a
to
drink?
shift over to tequila shots.
Why don't we have the guests choose just what kind of shot to do?
I have to pick.
Yeah.
Yes,
Don't,
that is
don't you
correct.
love
That's how this
pickles?
Yes, I
I
love
thought
it.
you loved pickles, like spicy pickles.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite.
So we do have something that Brian has never tasted.
You know what? Today's the day. Let's
It's
go.
Spicy pickle
Yep.
moonshine. You want to try it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Dude, there's stuff floating in this.
Those are seeds.
What? What?
Those are pickle seeds.
Oh, Lord. Is this like Goldschlager? Are they flakes of gold?
No, that's flakes from the cucumber that becomes the pickle.
I like cucumbers and I like pickles. I don't like spicy pickles, so we'll see how this
Well,
goes.
this is going to be spicy pickles.
If you do
And I'm
watch
sure
the show, you'll know this is not my favorite, but I am just sort of submitting to Brad's wishes here.
It's funny that you say, seeds. Like, I'm sure where you come from, you did a lot of separating seeds and stems.
Nope,
Just figured you did. You know what that even means?
I don't, actually.
Huh, okay.
Okay, we're just moving
Neither do
on.
I. Yep.
You're not going to explain for the crowd?
No, they don't know either.
Thanks for being here today, Jason.
Cheers,
Appreciate
Jason.
it. Cheers to you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, boy.
That's gross.
It wasn't as bad as I expected.
I don't feel like there's alcohol in this at all. It tastes like straight pickle juice.
I mean, it's moonshine.
Don't ever ask me to do that again.
It's 40 proof.
Oh,
You're gonna
Lord.
chase that with a beer.
Golly, I think that's
Anything, I
actually
think.
supposed to be a chaser.
The pickle
Wow.
juice is supposed to be a chaser?
Yeah, lots of people chase things with pickle juice.
You people are whack.
I don't.
That's your thing.
So have you ever done a pool full of pickle juice?
I would
Can't say
imagine.
that I have.
No.
Okay, so let's say I got 25 grand laying around and I want to put in a nice in-ground pool.
Then you should talk to somebody else.
So
All right, so let's partially get into that, I suppose. So we are here July 2024. In case someone's watching this years in the future. Let's say I want to.
years in the future.
Let's
Someone's
say
binging like, let's go back to their season.
I'm sure
one.
we're going to be huge in the future. Okay?
That's awesome.
July 2024, I want to put an in-ground pool in the yard. What are we talking?
Vinyl
come
liner,
on.
You want to start low?
Okay, so
let's start low.
Let's
Let's
throw them all
start
out
low.
there. Let's go.
What's a good starter price for what kind of pool?
Well, it depends on what kind of options you want, but obviously, a under track cover is really popular, but that's a big chunk of change on that. So it's almost 16 grand.
I
just
apologize.
for the
What's under track cover? What does that mean?
The cover is automatic.
Okay.
You've got a keypad on the wall, and everything, the track, everything is
Gotcha.
recessed. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
see it anywhere.
And that's when like someone could go fall on top of it and they won't go in the water, right?
You could park your car on top of it.
For real?
I mean,
They're that
my
wow.
car's heavy.
Yes. They have it advertised with a Rolls Royce parked in the center.
That's a heavy car. That's a very,
is?
very
Yeah,
heavy
okay.
car. That's,
All right. So I'm sorry. What cost on that?
That's about 16 grand as an option.
Okay, so let's go the other direction. What would be the cheapest starter pool?
I
for
prefer least
somebody?
expensive because cheap implies it's not good quality.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
mean,
So what's the cheapest one?
Before we get involved on it, I mean, you're probably in a 35 range.
Okay, so 35 grand, and then what's
Which
the,
includes all of it, like digging out, days
that's
days
no
of
cover.
work.
That's probably very little equipment.
Okay.
Do you bring the water?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so then what's the most expensive backyard you've done ever?
Close to 300.
300 grand for the backyard.
Wow. Which
Wow.
was probably more than just the pool.
Right. That's all kinds of deck jets, water slides, a pavilion, outdoor kitchens, hot
Did-
tubs.
Did it have a lazy river?
No. But
Have
that's
you
not
ever
nice.
done one?
No.
I think a lazy river would be so cool.
I do too. My son would be a big fan as well. He
Could we do one of
loves
those in my
Lazy
yard?
River.
Sure. Let's do it.
Like it'd be kind of cool, like float
Dude,
around.
I'm excited.
Just
for
go all
it.
around the
yeah,
perimeter?
Let's go.
That'd
How about
be
a
so
moat?
Cool.
Have you ever done a moat?
no.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same as a lazy river.
It's
isn't it?
not. No.
Oh, a moat's
not.
in front of a castle that has a drawbridge.
Or just as a barrier to the house.
And stagnant,
Or property.
mostly, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah. I don't think anybody would want a moat these days. Basically, because we have guns now. Moats sort of like keep you from jousting into the house with your horse,
That's a good
right?
point. Obviously, we've talked about pools,
Mm.
and I know that here you have installed lighting at Brad's house,
Right.
correct?
Did
Did
there's
you?
a great picture of the lighting right there.
Thank
right
you.
when you said it.
Really,
Perfect.
I can't see behind me, but I've always got the good timing of the picture being there. So, and you do the Did you do landscaping here also?
No.
Oh, see?
I was not involved.
No.
That's not true. You did all of the rock.
Well, that's true.
You did the layout out front. You changed some of the plant material that was here.
Okay.
I've been involved
Yes. Okay.
somewhat.
So obviously landscaping and lighting. You mentioned hot tubs, patio designs. Like let's hit the gamut of stuff you cover.
Okay. We do retaining walls, paper patios, concrete patios,
Look at that one. It's
pool decks.
Okay, wait, time out. What's with the red thing around this pool?
That's a perimeter drain that still has the tape on it.
Oh, okay.
So it comes with a protective orange tape. And when you're done sealing it or whatever, you can peel that right off and it's ready to rock.
Oh,
It keeps debris out.
I gotcha. All right.
Dabbery.
He didn't really like orange stuff,
There's no A in debris.
although it did kind of work with that.
Okay,
So there's one that's going to come up here in a second that has a giant fire pit thing that he built around
you do
the
fire
pool.
pits too?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right there. Look
Oh.
over your shoulder. See that?
Oh my gosh, that's
That's
spectacular.
a fire boulder.
So retaining wall with,
a
fire
fire
pit.
boulder.
That's right.
Wow, that's super
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can turn the gas up on that one. It made a vortex out the top. It was pretty impressive. Don't sit too close.
Yeah.
Where was that? Like, it's city-wise.
That's Fisher's.
Fishers, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. You know, the high price Fishers people. Are we doing that in McCordsville? Probably not.
No. I think McCordsville
There's
is.
multi-million-dollar homes in McCordsville.
Yeah.
McCordsville is Fisher's now, didn't they?
Yeah, yes, part of it, and then McCordsville has got more money than what you probably think.
Undoubtedly, yeah.
I mean, Geist is part of McCordsville.
Is it really? I guess it is.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Things
Yeah,
that make
so
you go, hmm.
so we ain't no Greenwood.
You are not a Greenwood.
Yeah, not a lot of trailers around
Well,
here.
speaking of that, what's your like radius of places you'll go to put in stuff?
Well, we've gone a couple hours away, so
Like
there's
outside of Indiana? Because a couple hours could
from
get you outside.
from our base. So
Okay.
We did one last year that was up near Lafayette, and been a Wabash.
Did one in Wabash, a friend of mine. He put their pool in for.
So But otherwise, we're more of the New Palestine through Fishers through West Carmel band, which is kind
Where
of
is your base?
New Palestine.
New Pal. Okay.
New Pal's got some nice places too.
Well, I'm aware.
It's no Greenwood either.
I mean, they're fancier than McCordsville, I feel. Sorry, McCordsville. Not sorry.
I don't know. It's probably some areas yes and some areas no. But yeah. New Pal did it right when they started when all the growth started back in 2000. New Pal kept all the vinyl villages out. They stuck to custom homes, brick homes.
They all came back.
They're there now.
No, they're all there. Now.
They're there now. But yeah, they really did a good job of maintaining what they wanted in New Pal. But McCordsville is now going to surpass it with the infrastructure that's being put in and all the circles and
Well,
all these are going to be roundabout. Every road you drove down here,
as
is a
they should
roundabout.
be. If you want to be like Fishers and Carmel, you get roundabouts. That's how it works.
And also,
You like roundabouts, though.
it's way better traffic
Yes.
than just sitting in a stoplight.
Oh, for sure.
Or a four-way stop, 50 cars deep,
Four-way stops, 50
and
cars
nobody
deep.
knows how to operate. Which way to go?
Yeah,
I love the guy
do you
that-
get that giant pool into somebody's backyard? Because I can't wait to see how you do it in mine when we get to do it.
Well, before we even talk about the digging and the installing, we meet, we go over the ideas, you tell me everything you're looking to accomplish, and we'll put together a whole design. It's only $500 up front, but we credit that back towards any work that we do.
Okay.
So it's free. We can design it all for you, fly through videos, everything.
Before you continue, when you design it, is it all completely computer generated? Do you guys draw stuff out? Is it AI generated? How does that work?
It's all computer. I mean, if you want a hand sketch,
I mean, it's 2024.
fine,
It
but
should be computer, right?
It's 3D. I mean,
Okay.
I got
Does
wildlife on it.
AI lay anything out for you? Or
No, it's all by hand. So
Okay.
I take it and we take photos of your existing site and
Cool.
we replicate your house, everything. So it looks like I took a picture.
awesome.
It does. And the walkthroughs are cool. Like
Oh, I bet.
the video, it's like walking through like a outdoor kitchen, and you stop and get a Pabst Blue Ribbon, and you open it up, and you walk through the other side, and you wait.
You
in
go
the
through
water.
Brad's house, you grab a tequila, pour yourself a drink.
Exactly. It's amazing.
Well, I'm saying that because there's other companies that won't even talk to you for like less than $2,500.
For real?
And they wanted, they would say, I want that first, or I'm not talking to you. So they're really upfront.
Wow.
So
Okay.
So there's the value.
it's
So you sit
accessible.
down,
So we're
You
accessible.
design, $500.
Right.
Then what?
Then we meet back together and we show them the whole video and everything, walk them through it, and then we do a price breakdown. Everything is a la carte on there. And so you can pick and choose what you want to do, and
Boom.
that's it. I mean, you can add and change stuff easily, so it's not something we charge extra to redo within reason.
Sure.
So how do people mostly pay for their pools?
Well, home equity lines used to be really popular, but apparently they're not as easy to get a hold of nowadays, which I think
Interest
has a lot to
rates
do with your
are
show.
a little high.
They have come back.
Have
So yeah, where home equity lines really went away completely during COVID, and now they've brought them back 89.9% loan to value mostly, and you're going to get prime plus something. So prime today's 8.5. So prime plus 1, your rate would be 9.5. And that scares people off. But when you're looking at a home equity line of credit, it's simple interest versus an amortized interest, so
Yep.
it's much easier to pay off. It accelerates much faster. It's a great way to finance any type of home improvement, and a pool would be an awesome one.
Yeah, for sure.
So we have 3 other lenders that we work with that are specific to the outdoor project market. So it's easy acceptances, approvals, even on average credits.
So let's say I spend $100,000. That's probably a pretty normal price point, right?
Right.
For a nice in-ground, maybe fiberglass with the cover, the concrete, all the landscaping around it.
Before you
probably
continue,
some lighting.
is there a discount for people who have hosted you on their podcast in the past?
Maybe
We
99.
can talk about it.
Yours will be
Continue.
99,900.
Continue.
So I'm going to dump $100,000. I'm going to put in this pool. What is the time frame to have that all done?
Well, it is. The actual process of installing, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like we signed the contract, and when can I expect to be swimming?
Well, the longest waits with permits, so it could take 5 to 6 weeks.
Oh, okay,
A lot
just
of
to have your
things we
permission.
find out, there's a lot of different people that have stages for the approval.
Okay.
And if Joe is on vacation this week, and
Yeah.
he has to sign off his thing, the whole thing moves back. So
Damn it,
it's-
Joe.
It takes a long time. But as far as the installation goes, I mean, if we have our fiberglass pool there, for
Yep.
example, we'll have water rolling in that thing same day of dig. So if you're doing like a liner pool, that takes a little longer. So about a week, you could have water rolling in that. So
Is it because the liner, like all that needs to set before the liner is there? Like,
there's a lot
why?
of concrete products that go into
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So pouring this and that, and, making floors in the pool, whereas
Yeah.
your fiberglass is one piece. So
which of the two lasts longer?
I would say the warranty and everything on the
Fiberglass.
fiberglass is lifetime on that.
Really?
If you're doing a vinyl liner, you have to change out the liner itself about every 8 to 10 years, depending on how you do your chemicals. But the structure itself will last a long time.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're dealing with metals and concretes and that kind of stuff. So,
Let's say I take a client to look at a house and there's an in-ground pool with a vinyl liner in it that clearly needs to be replaced. And it may not, it's not an easy question because size does matter, but like in order to replace the vinyl liner, how much should they kind of estimate for what that's going to be?
depends on the size
Yeah.
and the floor angle and all that kind of stuff, but you're looking about $8,000.
Oh, okay.
And that's to empty all the water out.
Wow. Yeah, of course.
Patch it all up.
I mean, it's really not bad. I mean,
No,
the
it's not.
pool's already
It's
there.
$100,000 to put the pool in.
Yeah,
so-
absolutely.
But at the end of the day, it's like having a brand new pool.
Of course.
You want to pick a new color, whatever. I mean, it's,
Yeah,
a black
and
one.
you're looking at 8 to 10 or more years of that vinyl hopefully
Right.
being good.
Unless you have a
Could be
dog
longer.
that jumps
Depends
in.
how good you take care of your chemicals.
So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go
Me?
there, yeah, and you slid in and slipped a question in.
That's
so
what I do.
I spent that $100,000. I got my pool. We got everything all set up. How much does that increase the value of my house?
I have no idea. Similar to there really isn't a standard answer because a pool is specific to the person who's looking for the house.
That's true.
You know, ideally, someone who's looking to buy a house is going to look at the photos and realize, oh, wow, there's a pool there. I don't want to own a pool.
Right.
That's how I would be. I don't want to own a pool. No offense.
Well, why wouldn't you want a pool?
When I was a kid,
You have the same aversion to fireworks.
No. When
And
I
the
was a
4th of
kid,
July.
we had a pool, and I just remember my parents having to deal with it every year of opening the pool, closing the pool, all the chemicals I went into it. I'm like, I really don't want to mess with that. The vacuuming the dang thing. There's just a lot of maintenance, in my opinion, of having a pool. I don't want that.
You know, you can have a pool and not have any of that.
I don't want that. So, not everyone wants a pool. So ideally, everyone has already seen the picture, which goes the same for, I don't want to live by a highway. Well, look at the map. Is the house by a highway? I don't want to live by the railroad tracks. Hey, look at the map. There's a railroad tracks right behind your house. Know that ahead of time. If the house has a pool and you don't want one, don't go look at it.
Okay.
So,
But if I spent $100,000 on my house, did my value go up any?
no, it didn't. I don't know what it would be, to be honest, because it also depends on how long it's been there, condition of it, and all that sort
Brand
of
new.
stuff. Still probably not 100,000. I really don't think so.
Definitely not 100,000.
Yeah.
But it will increase the value.
I do
They'll
agree.
comp them with other
Yeah,
houses with
I believe it
pools.
would be. And again, hopefully the person buying it wants to have a pool, so they're willing to pay extra money on top
have
of the
the
cost
pool.
of the house to have a pool that they didn't have to install for 100,000.
Absolutely.
So
It's like most home improvements.
yeah, for sure.
You know, I did the lighting in front with the help of Jason here.
That no one
and
cares about, but that's great.
It looks better, but it doesn't increase the value of
Right.
the home. But if I've got this up for sale and it's all lit up and you come by at night and you're
Yep,
going to go, wow,
and make it more appealing.
it makes it more appealing.
Absolutely. Back in 2020 and 21 pandemic time, pools were like all the rage because people couldn't leave their house, and I kept hearing about a backlog of trying to get a pool installed in your house. Where are you
In the house or
all-
at the house?
Where are you all in terms of, sort of timeline, I guess?
Well, that process
already
during the
said that.
pandemic, it has slowed down a little bit. So it was gangbusters there for a while.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
bet.
there were people having to give deposits back from other companies because they just had it so long and they're just waiting too long.
So, like, as far as like a waiting list at this point, that's pretty much gone away.
No, it's pretty. We're in real time now.
Okay, well,
Other
that's
than
good.
like if you want to order something, it's going to take a while for it to come in.
Yeah.
So.
What other pool things have we missed?
Or landscaping, or lighting, or patio design, or
Can you put in an
pergolas.
irrigation system?
Absolutely.
No way.
Everything.
That
Brian,
I do
we
need.
can- he
I
needs the
truly
irrigation
do
system.
need that in my house.
If we come in and dig a hole and ruin your backyard and all your systems, we can put them back.
Well, well, that's outstanding.
don't
I
have
do
to
want an
call
irrigation
anybody
system
else.
at my house.
So.
And the irrigation system, they're pretty much hands off. Somebody comes and turns it on in the summertime, and turns it off in the wintertime. And when they turn it off and winterize it, that's landscaper speak for in the spring a bunch of this is going to be broken. Is that not true?
That is true.
Like, for some reason, you're always replacing stuff. But
Huh.
that's I want to put one in here.
Yeah, so do I.
Hire a professional.
Since my
Do
last
people
house,
try to do it themselves?
Sometimes. I heard of one customer installed the whole system and he forgot to use glue. I was like,
Ooh, man.
yeah.
So I'm just I'm gonna water the
Wow.
root systems.
there was a company in my neighborhood that came and installed an irrigation system inexpensively in someone's yard, and then suddenly like 10 or 12 homes in the neighborhood are like, hey, we're gonna get on and get a better deal. Well, several of those don't work or don't work great. I never get in on that, but I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna hire a professional who does this on a regular basis, and but again, I still need that.
That's actually the first work that we hired Jason for all of our commercial customers. Was he managed and took care of all of our irrigation accounts?
Well,
Seen a
that's
lot
cool.
of irrigation.
Not little houses either. We're talking about like,
Hamilton County houses.
no, like the Allegiant, the corporate headquarters for Allegiant,
Oh,
or the
yeah.
corporate headquarters for RCI, or
Yeah, that's a big deal.
major companies, big giant irrigation systems, right
That's
there.
right.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Apartment complexes, you name it.
All right. Well, I think we got like
Well,
a full show.
I do
here.
have a quick question. So I was at a golf outing today.
Oh yeah, this what you do all the time.
It was at back 9. I still have my drink tickets. Can I turn these in for anything? Here. Oh, great!
two of
I got
those-
2
that-
drinks
that-
coming my way.
2 of those for the pickle juice.
Oh, for the pickle juice.
Smoky, hit 'em.
Can I
You
get
want
my
some
money
more- you
back?
want some more pickle stuff?
No. Can I
You want
get
some
my-
good tequila?
Again, no.
You want some bourbon? You want some rum?
We're done here.
You want some gin?
Thank you for watching another fantastic episode of
Oh,
Real
you
Estate
want to
Makes
say
Us
that
Drink.
over again?
Nope, I do not. Jason, thanks for being here.
for having me.
If people want to get a hold of you, how would they go about doing so?
Jason at partypools.net.
Got that? Jason at partypools.net.
And you're going
If
to
you
put like his
need
phone number down there.
Always.
too, yeah.
Pools, landscaping, lighting, pergolas, fire pits, irrigation systems,
Pool houses.
pool houses,
You build a
hot
pool
tubs.
house.
You better believe it.
Can we jump off of it into the pool?
Hey,
Not your pool.
I have a question.
I don't
before we
know
go.
anything
Wait a
about it
minute,
for
we're not done.
liability
We're gonna roll
purposes.
one back. I got a question. This is
Rolling
because
back.
we live in a place where you get to use your pool for like 4 months, maybe 5, right, with a good heater. Do you have a way that I can use my in-ground pool year-round, no matter how cold it gets? Can I heat that puppy up enough to use it in the wintertime?
You can.
I imagine it's costly.
It's
right?
your budget.
Is it costly to do it?
Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot.
So can you build those structures that you cover it? in the-
Retractable?
Yeah, retractable glass top.
We're going to subcontract that one.
Okay. But you've seen them.
But it's possible.
After you told me about it, yes.
Oh, you haven't seen it before that?
No.
You're telling me there's a chance.
Oh, yeah. My friend Kevin Callahan, not watching the show, Kevin was a very successful architect, built a lot of churches all across the United States. And he had this beautiful home up off of Lantern Avenue, and his daughters were swimmers. So they had a pool that was really big for swimmers, and they had this glass cover that covered the entire thing, like
That's
a
awesome.
greenhouse.
Yeah.
And we went there in the wintertime, and they're like, oh, you got an in-ground or indoor pool. And he's like, in the wintertime, and he's like, click, 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 grabbed it and rolled it out. And then it went at the end of the pool, all of them stacked together. And that was a picnic area that now is undercover on the backside of the pool.
Oh my gosh,
It was
that's
like
awesome.
so amazing.
Well, when you change out your pool here, when they give you actual water from the city, you should put that in.
I want to actually make it hook halfway onto the barn. So
I'm
like
excited
it comes
for
down
this.
and down, and then it
Oh,
goes
yes.
all the way open, all the way back. That's
What's that
my goal.
cost?
Start designing. That's your job.
I don't know.
That's your area.
He's the one selling it over there.
I have a feeling it's a lot.
I probably.
So that may have to be done in
well, let's close.
depending on how much fame continues to come from this show.
And how many more deals you and I close together.
Right, yeah, because right now that's a couple, and we haven't got paid for doing the show yet.
Well,
That's not true. We've made
yeah, we've made some money off
We've
of
made
Moose
some money.
for Less.
Yep, and no one sent any tequila yet.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Todd.
I
no
think
one said tequila yet.
I think if we made this a subscription thing, that Fred would subscribe.
He would, but we wouldn't make more than about 70 cents off of that, I think.
Oh, really?
It wouldn't be much. All
Maybe
right.
we should do this on OnlyFans.
Ooh, well,
heard that
then you got to
makes a lot
start
of money.
showing your feet.
Oh, I can't do that. My feet are gross.
You never know. Someone's entertained. We're done here. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Jason, thanks for being on our crazy show.
Thanks for
having
being
me.
here. Until next time, Real Estate Makes Us Drink. Thanks for watching.